Can you imagine that everything is going according to plan, everything is wonderful, but suddenly something happens that changes your life forever? A nuclear apocalypse has begun. Alert! We need to take cover. Get to cover. Now, we have to go to the basement quickly. In this case, you need to hide somewhere as soon as possible. You need to find shelter that will save your life. A bunker or a basement is best because they are the most reinforced. And after you've taken cover, all you can do is wait and hope. And you need to prepare for things like this in advance. Seryoja, you can't just throw stuff in like that. Everything needs careful checking and must match the list.
Come on, calm down. It'll be fine. Everything's okay. Everything seems to be in place.
No, you can't do it this way. We must follow the plan exactly. In order to survive afterwards, you need to prepare carefully, gather essential items, all necessary medications, and fuel for your car. If you're going to survive the apocalypse in a car, like we decided to do, you'll also need tools. So, I seem to have everything. You don't have much, Seryoja. Are you sure that's enough?
Listen, Via, my grandpa got by with a few things just fine.
Those were your grandpa's times. We're preparing for the apocalypse.
All right, I'm ready.
You definitely need to think about water supplies, where to sleep, how to spend the night, how to maintain the car, and of course, take dry rations with you. Radiation protection equipment will also be our top priority. This is CBRN protection, the latest technology, and we can't go anywhere without it.
Yeah, my grandfather spent the whole war in one of these, so why should I be any worse?
If you prepare the way I did in advance and not like Seryoja, then be sure to follow the list. After a nuclear explosion, there will be very little time. You need to act quickly. We have little time. We need to leave this area.
Everything's fine. We have everything ready. I packed everything as needed.
But you didn't use the list.
Yeah, it'll be fine like this.
And now we'll check it together. Whose preparation is better? I chose a survival strategy using a car, so I picked a pickup truck, an all-wheel drive vehicle that I prepared in a certain way. And now everything depends on it. I need to leave the area as soon as possible. We need to find others who managed to survive the apocalypse.
Yeah, we'll find them. We have a car, we've gathered everything. We're ready for anything, right?
If you manage to survive the apocalypse, it doesn't mean it's all over, it means everything is just beginning.
Yeah, and we're ready for it. It's all good, relax.
Look, there's no one anywhere. All the streets are empty. We need to head out into the field to look around. Maybe we'll meet someone and check our gear.
Yeah, let's go.
Heading out into wide open spaces is a good strategic decision to increase visibility, hoping to meet someone who can help you. If you're already interested, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell. The area may be contaminated, so first of all, you need to take care of safety and use the CBRN protection that we prepared in advance. I chose a modern protection option, a full face mask that doesn't obstruct visibility, as well as modern chemical protection. Seryoja, on the other hand, chose the classic option that was used back in the Soviet Union. Now he and I will have to find out which protection option is actually better. Seryoja, you didn't prepare very well. You have so many exposed areas. None of this will protect you. And your gas mask is ancient too.
It's decent protection, and honestly, I don't even need the gas mask.
What are you doing? How can you not need it? There's radiation everywhere, and radioactive particles that can be in anything, they'll kill you.
Well, that's right. You're talking about particles. You don't have to protect yourself the way you do. You just need a gauze mask.
Are you an idiot? How can some gauze mask protect you from radiation?
Well, let's check it out. I'll show you everything right now. Here's a regular gauze mask. If you wrap it around your mouth and face, it will protect you from dust. And what's the most dangerous thing? Radioactive dust. That's right.
What? You want to protect yourself from radiation with an ordinary bandage?
Yes, that's right. Well, there you go. Everything's ready. Actually, this is the best protection, and why is it the best? Because it's the most accessible.
It doesn't work, I'm sure of it.
It works, and I'll prove it to you right now. And what's this?
Air freshener.
Aerosol. And what does it do? It sprays, right?
Like dust.
Like dust, that's right. Look, if we smell something through our respirators, then the protection isn't working. But if we don't smell anything, then everything is fine. Let's go.
I don't smell anything.
Me neither.
Seriously?
Yeah. Nothing at all.
All right, maybe your protection does work.
The most effective and the most accessible. But your filters, Via, take up too much space. My gauze is very compact, you can fold it up, and it's perfect.
All right, I agree with you. Good job. Let's move on. We need to look around.
Let's go.
As it turns out, there really are different ways to protect yourself from radiation during a nuclear explosion, some serious or like Seryoja's. Anyway, our next task is to find help, to see if there are any other survivors in the area. You can search using a good zoom on your smartphone or camera, or with special devices like a spotting scope or binoculars. Even if nothing was found, that's no reason to stop. You should always keep moving forward. It looks like there's no one in this area. Let's keep going in the pickup truck. We need to check another field. Maybe there are survivors there.
Let's go.
Listen.
Huh?
Are you sure your gear is safe?
Yes, absolutely.
But it should protect not only from dust, but also from radioactive residue.
It does protect.
That needs to be checked.
Let's check it.
Radiation can be present not only in dust, but also in rain and snow. And if it gets on your skin, it can cause poisoning or irritation, so you should be sure about your gear. For example, I have a double layer of protection, and even if moisture gets in somewhere, it still won't touch my body. However, Seryoja is confident in his own protection as well. That's why we decided to conduct another experiment. We'll use colored liquid as an imitation of radioactive water. We'll check if there will be any stains left on my white clothes under the suit. Everything is dry and clean. That means the suit works. Now let's check Seryoja the same way. It immediately becomes clear that the liquid got on his face, but there are also spots under the protection. This is all very unsafe.
I'm not worried about the radioactive fallout. We have a pickup truck, so I'll just hide in it if needed.
All right, Seryoja, do as you think is best, but we need to move on to find other survivors and join up with them.
Let's go.
Joining up with other survivors is extremely important because it's much easier to survive together and combine our efforts. And the only way to communicate during the apocalypse is by radio, so you definitely need to have a walkie-talkie with you. We need to stop and check the radio. Maybe we'll be able to contact someone.
Go ahead.
I have a specially modified radio. You can set any frequency and it has a radio mode. It has an alarm function and even a flashlight, and you can scan all the signals in the area to find out if someone is calling for help. Unfortunately, there's no signal.
I told you all this is nonsense, your gadgets. The walkie-talkie doesn't work, the radio doesn't work. Why did you even bother collecting all this?
We had to take it with us just in case the connection comes back. All right, let's keep moving and use our eyes to find survivors. Besides having to pack the equipment in a certain way, of course, you also had to prepare the car, since that's your main means of survival. I didn't choose this car by accident. It's a pickup truck, it's all-wheel drive, and it has a lot of space for loading everything you need. Plus, it's carbureted. The engine is very reliable and simple, so I can fix it under any conditions. Obviously, I packed things like oil, gasoline, and consumables. We didn't find anyone along the way, but we did come across an abandoned factory, which we decided to check out. After all, there could be a bunker there and people hiding inside. Bunkers used to be found everywhere, in production facilities, factories, industrial plants, and even warehouses. You could even find them in cities. Now everything is different, but these bunkers have survived to this day. That's why we decided to search everything, hoping to find at least someone else who survived besides us. These places look creepy because they're abandoned. But during the apocalypse, everything will look pretty much like this. There will be no one to take care of factories or warehouses. Everyone will be concerned only with their own survival. We didn't find anyone in the first building, so we went to another one. However, it was very dark inside. You can't go anywhere without flashlights.
Damn, wait, it's really dark here. We need flashlights.
Let's go to the pickup truck. Even Serioja was prepared for this and brought some unusual flashlight with him. As for me, I'm ready for anything and can start a fire at any time. But this time, I brought a multifunctional device that runs on electricity through power banks. So, we decided to go back to that building to continue our search. Serioja, what are those sounds you keep making?
It's a dynamo flashlight. You press it like this, and it generates energy, so the flashlight lights up.
Serioja, this is like the Stone Age again. What's wrong with regular flashlights? There are so many of them.
Look, you have everything here with wires and batteries. If all of that runs out and there's no electricity, what are you going to do? But this one is mechanical.
Serioja is a bit right here. Electricity might be hard to come by, but I brought as many as 10 power banks with me, all fully charged.
That's extra load and extra weight. Once they all run out and there's no electricity, what are you going to do?
But even if there's no electricity, you can think about alternative sources of light, chemical ones. You just need to activate it, and in complete darkness it will give you light for a while. This light is enough to read something or find the remote.
This is all temporary, but the mechanism, that's forever. See, you can use it as much as you want.
Ouch, I rubbed my fingers raw. Rubbed your fingers raw? That's dangerous.
Come on, it's nothing, just a couple of scratches.
No. In these hazardous conditions we're surrounded by, especially with the increased radiation, you need to treat wounds quickly so that infection and radiation don't get inside.
Damn, well, you're right about that.
From the very beginning, I prepared a professional first aid kit that has everything I need, starting with disinfectants, bandages for wounds, hemostatics, medications, and everything that will help me perform an operation in the most difficult conditions. This first aid kit is equipped according to international quality standards. Alright, come here, Serioja. I'll give you first aid now.
Vaya, you're sick, damn.
What are you doing?
What do you mean I'm wrapping it up? Why do you need all this? Here's a bandage. It's fine.
Are you serious? What about disinfecting it? What about making it heal faster?
Yes, I just disinfected it there one more time. Here, it'll come in handy for your first aid kit.
I don't need this, it's unsanitary.
Oh, like new.
Alright, looks like there's no one here. We can move on.
Let's go.
Apparently this place was abandoned long before the apocalypse. But we're not giving up and keep searching, because we absolutely can't stop. It's necessary for our survival.
Listen, Via, stop over there by the river. I need to restock my supplies.
Supplies?
Yeah. Well, just in case.
Alright, fine. I'll pull over.
Here, you can do it right here.
Restocking food and water is an important part of survival, because no matter how much you take with you, sooner or later, it will run out. That's why it's necessary to think about alternative sources of water and food. We decided to check what's there by the water under this bridge, so now we'll drink from here. That's very dangerous, Serioja.
Everything's fine.
Stop. Are you an idiot or what? You can't drink this water. It might be contaminated with radiation.
Ah, right. Yeah, we need to check it now.
Many substances, especially things like water, easily absorb radiation, so before using them, you need to check them with a dosimeter. What? That's so last century.
This is the most tested and reliable method. With this dosimeter, we can check whether the water is radioactive or not.
That's one way, but I use a modern device, a digital dosimeter. It's the most sensitive and much more accurate, and that's what I'll use to measure the radiation. Seryoja's device requires very fine tuning and not everyone can handle it. It's a complex piece of military equipment. Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Of course.
While Seryoja is figuring out the setup, I've already started taking measurements and realized that the background radiation is unacceptable, which means you simply can't drink this water. Seryoja, I've already measured everything.
I already did it. Just a second. Wait.
What are you doing?
Well, something's radiating, showing a reading.
Not just something, but the background radiation is way too high, so we need to use modern technology.
None of that matters. You can't drink the water anyway. Damn, what am I going to do without supplies?
Don't worry, I'll share with you. Thanks to the fact that we're surviving the apocalypse in the pickup, I managed to bring a lot of water with me, much more than we need, so I was able to share with Seryoja. Nevertheless, we have to move on to find other survivors and overcome these challenges together. And write in the comments what equipment list you would take with you. The most original list will get a like and a heart from me. Seryoja and I have a very long road ahead of us, and of course we're tired of looking around and searching for other survivors, so we decided to take a break. Of course, I prepared thoroughly for it as well. Tents, sleeping bags, everything classic, just like a real camper, but everything absolutely has to be waterproof. This will help keep you warm and protect you from radioactive fallout. But Seryoja, as usual, doesn't think so. We set up camp, I did everything properly, set everything up in order, but Seryoja just laid out his sleeping bag and decided to use some kind of magic foil blanket. We set up camp to take a break and of course to have a snack there. I brought various international standard rations with me to make sure they were tasty and diverse. I took a Chinese ration, which is much lighter and simpler than the standard MRE. Let's check it out now, but first, of course, let's take a break in our camp.
Yeah, Via has so many quirks again, so much gear, so much unnecessary stuff. See? You don't need anything else. Everything you need fits right here, in this little bag of mine.
All you have is a sleeping bag and some kind of blanket?
Yeah, why would I need more?
What about a tent? What if there's radioactive fallout?
Ah, relax, I don't need it. I'll show you right now. Oh. Well, there you go. That's how I'm going to sleep.
But that doesn't protect you from the fallout.
Oh, right. Look, now that's better. This is a foil blanket. It doesn't let any fallout through, and it keeps me even warmer.
Well, basically, yes, the setup works, but the conditions are very extreme.
No extremes? Everything's fine? Really? Everything's fine?
You won't be able to survive for long if you don't eat on time.
This is what a survivor's lunch should look like. Stewed meat. But the most interesting thing, of course, is right here. Everything fits in this little bag. Oh, it's a little frozen, but that's okay. Ideally, you should heat it up, but in an apocalypse, you often don't have that option. Oh, just like that. Here it is, the food of a champion, a survivor, not like what Via has over there.
I have plenty of similar canned food like Seryoja has, and of course, you need to take them with you. But let's see what interesting things the Chinese have. The package is very unusual and airtight, no water can harm it. Inside, there are utensils and a system for heating food. You just need to put the food inside and pour in some water, and thanks to a chemical reaction, everything will heat up by itself. In addition to the main dish, the Chinese also had some kind of bars in their individual rations. They were very tasty, crunchy, and unusual. To be honest, I've never tried anything like that before. Maybe it was the soup base. You were supposed to put it in water.
Give me the one with stew.
There were also preserved food in the Asian individual meal ration, but it was in a more convenient format. You could squeeze it out. And there were also vegetables there. They were very tasty and unusual. And I also ate something from there that I didn't even recognize at first. It turned out to be eggs. And then when I realized it, by that time the main dish had already heated up. It was proper rice and you could add sauce to it. A little bit spicy but very tasty. After resting and having lunch, it was time to pack up and move on. No matter how pleasant it may be in nature at times, these are the harsh survival conditions during an apocalypse. So we drove on, hoping to meet at least someone who could help us in this struggle for survival during the nuclear apocalypse. All the roads were rough and bumpy, but to our great surprise, as we passed another abandoned factory, we saw some movement that looked like cars and people. Look, there are people over there.
People? Are those people?
Yes, they're near some kind of base.
Wow, let's go. Oh, there they are there. Yes, we found survivors. Hooray. Let's go.
I wouldn't trust them so easily. Who knows what's on their minds?
They're standing there smiling. Let's go.
No. After the apocalypse, life will never be the same. You can't just blindly trust everyone. You have to think ahead. Maybe, yes, we might have found fellow survivors, or maybe we've just found new enemies. We'll find out if we have to fight for survival or live together with our new companions. It all depends on you, friends. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And when we reach 30,000 likes on this video, you'll learn even more ways to prepare for the apocalypse and other disasters. After all, there's still a lot of gear in the bed of my truck, and something inside tells me that we're going to need it.
Yeah, I also have a feeling that a storm might be coming.
So, if you're interested in seeing more of our survival in the apocalypse, make sure to like and subscribe. And we'll see you very soon, and let us know in the comments how else we can survive. It's been me, Vyacheslav Ismailov, or Via, and my whole team, Life of Via. Bye.
I don't get it. Are we going to them or not?
No.